I think one of the leaks is that there will be a property tax of €1,000 for people who are lucky enough to have a home. I just thought that's interesting in my case, because when we bought our house many years ago, we bought it for less than €1,000 or pounds then. So our property tax on an annual basis would be more than the original purchase price.
But of course, the value of your house has gone up.
Yes, but
many times
it's
more.
only of value if I want to sell it. You know? And then if I sell it, I'll be homeless. So that doesn't make sense.
But does the €1,000 suggested levy or tax or whatever?
Plus, by the way, €200 for second homes.
For second homes, yes. But what about if you were made redundant, or you don't have any money coming in? Is it going to be, Mick Clifford, do we know if it's definitely going to be means tested?
First of all, we don't know whether it's definitely going to come in.
Yes.
Secondly, the biggest problem with any proposed property tax is how exactly you bring it in any type of an equitable way. That was the problem that was there when they tried to bring in the tax in the early 90s. One thing that's often cited is, for instance, if there's elderly people in a home and they don't have much of an income, and even though they might live in a relatively large home, do they get taxed on that basis? They're the type of issues that will really be at the heart of whether or not a property tax comes in. No, I'd have to say, in general terms, I wouldn't have a huge problem with a property tax, even though, like everybody else, I'd be hit myself. But, we have to face up to the situation. The tax are going to have to come from somewhere. I think it's widely accepted that above a certain level, and people argue about the level, that if you rely exclusively on income tax, if you go too high, you ultimately prevent investment. Now, as I say, people argue about that level.
Yes. We've
on one side the PDs, for instance, they wanted to go as low as possible. But on the other hand, you can't be taxing people 60, 70 pence in the pound, or simply no work will get done. So it has to come from somewhere else.
But it has to be fair, though, as well.
That's the crucial
And this is the crucial issue, because there will be plenty of people now who are living in properties that would have a high value, even though that value will have reduced, obviously,
exactly.
from
And
what
there
it
will
might
also
have been.
There will also be, in particularly young couples, who bought their houses in the last 3 or 4 years and paid huge amounts of stamp duty. Now, on the other hand, to be fair about the stamp duty, I think stamp duty was factored into house prices as such when the whole bubble was going on. So I don't know whether that argument stands up ultimately. But back again, the huge thing is how you can make such a tax equitable. But it is effectively a tax on wealth, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
But you could have plenty of people, though, Mick, who are living in very valuable houses who do not have a large income.
That's the
and
problem.
This is going to be the big issue.
That is the big issue, exactly. Therefore, there's going to have to be some way of calculating it that it takes into account not just the property itself, the location of the property, but also the income of those who are living in the property.
Unfortunately, consecutive governments in Ireland haven't shown themselves to be very adept in dealing with in an equitable manner. That's what I would fear.
Gráinne Gilmore,
I think
daughter of course, Labour leader Eamon Gilmore, I should point out.
I'm not quite sure why you should point that out.
Just to make sure people, but there you go.
But I think in particular with regards to property tax, there should also be taken into account the people who've paid massive stamp duty in recent years, because this will essentially be a double taxation. I don't have an ideological problem with property tax either, but I think the problem is we needed it 7 or 8 years ago. We needed to change a system whereby stamp duty was so high that it incentivised the government in spurring a property bubble. There's always a property bubble when there's an economic boom, but what we had is essentially 2 property bubbles, the second of which I think was very much driven by the government and incentivised by very, very high stamp duty, where essentially the taxation and the revenue comes from the transaction as opposed to simply the holding of the property.
But I mean, that's part of the past now, though.
Well, I don't think it's part of the past for people who are now in negative equity and who have paid a massive amount to the state. If you look at property taxation in other member states of the European Union, for instance, I mean, property tax is just part and parcel of life there. Young couples in particular have paid more in stamp duty than they would over maybe 20 or 30 years in a
regular
property tax of €1,000. So whilst ideologically speaking, I think we probably needed a property tax even 10 years ago, at the moment I don't think that this is necessarily the time for taxing people who have already paid such a high amount account in stamp duty, and so that has to be brought into the fray when we're thinking about equitable apportion of property tax as
and
well.
one thing, I mean, Mick Clifford, why didn't they introduce the tax or suggest the tax in a different way, where the second property would have a higher tax than the home property, than the first property? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Absolutely, make perfect sense, Karen. But I mean, just to show you the way things, I mean, I think that at the heart of this, there's yet to be a realisation to seep into the general population of the exact extent of the mess we are in. Now, those who cause the mess should be brought to account for it, no question about that. But the problem is getting out of the mess. And in that regard, a property tax, and particularly as Grania pointed out, the elements of it are not ideal by any means. But it's a question of where we can get money and at the same time attempting to protect the most vulnerable. Now, you mentioned the second home. We saw there, I think it was about 2 months ago, there was a radio campaign over this €200, whether or not it should be taxable on mobile homes. There was outrage over it. John Gormley then backs down and it's not brought in.
Yes.
Now, I am not suggesting that people who own mobile homes are extremely wealthy or anything like that. But what I am saying is that in the current environment, if people who own mobile homes as a second holiday home are not willing to pay €200, €4 a week on that property, then what chance is there of bringing in taxes like the ones we're talking about?
We're getting a lot of reaction already. Nick says, 3 years ago I paid €60,000 in stamp duty, 9% at the time. How is it fair for me to pay property tax now? I mean, very good. And that's the point you were making, Gráinne Gilmore. €60,000. Massive sum of money.
It would take 60 years to pay that in
a regular property
of
tax.
€1,000.
But of course, I mean, I paid a massive amount of at the time, property tax or stamp duty when I bought my house, we'll say 10 years ago. So you could keep introducing that argument and move it back to the introduction of stamp duty. It's not just a recent phenomenon, obviously.
But I'm thinking you should also, I mean, there is also a point to be made that the stamp duty, particularly during the bubble, was factored into the house price. If the stamp duty, for instance, had been abolished, and one of the arguments against abolishing it at the time was that the difference in the prices would just be filled up by the developer. So there is an argument that although it was stamp duty, yes, it was a tax. If that stamp duty hadn't been there, would people be paying much the same price for the total price for the houses anyway?
Oh, I believe so, yes, because we've learned now that these people were extraordinarily greedy and they weren't providing homes for people out of some sort of socially driven appreciation. It was all about profit, and I think you're absolutely right that if the stamp duty had been removed some years ago, they simply would have maintained the same prices on the houses and pocketed the money.